You must be knowing some people in your life who doesn't want to do any work. They just sit or sleep or just watch some movies whole day or something like that. You have always blamed them, abused them, and you have scolded them that they are irresponsible and then all these kind of things. But do you know how much boredom is required, very essential for the transformation and stabilization of your mind and mindset and your cognitive abilities? If you don't have those kind of qualities, if you do not give a non-functional period of your brain for a certain period of time, then your brain will not defragment and rebuild it. It is not just that your brain defragments all the data that you have learned whole day when you sleep. That is not true, but it happens all the day, all the time, every time. And if you don't do it, then it is a problem. What is going to happen very soon is that people are going to get cognitive overload. What is that cognitive overload? Right now, every moment I do, even I go to toilet, even I take a bath, I feel that I'm wasting time, because every moment I can make progress. I can make myself much more smarter, much more knowledgeable, much more rigorous, and intricate details of every single topic I can amplify. I can satisfy my inquisitive mind every single moment I'm alive. So this kind of mindset is going to happen with every single person who are going to live with AI, artificial intelligence, like a singular life form, like a hybrid life form. So I have become that hybrid life form, and then many people like me, and then we have, why we have become like this, and we want to be like this, because what we thought from our childhood to become, reading books was like 8 hours you read a book, 6 hours you read a thick book, and sometimes I took leave for 2 or 3 days to complete a 1200 page or 1600 pages long thick book. And that actually gives you a slow cognitive development. And that time our teachers used to say those who studies very very fast, they are not absorbing much, they are just reading it, gathering the information, but there are many many layers of thoughts embedded in a writing that you need to absorb and reach to the hierarchical level and allow your neural network of the brain to evolve and recircuit, rearrange their orientation and arrangement, so that they can learn and consolidate that thought process, those invariants. And further, when those kind of thoughts or concepts would be required, those kind of contextual information processing will be carried out instantaneously, because your brain has functionally evolved. Now think of a situation, as I have explained in my previous videos, that there will be a snapshot, cognitive snapshot. You take 10 to 11 seconds to make a decision, and within 30 seconds you stop taking further informations. So this kind of situation is happening. You are learning very fast, very rapidly, and whatever the information that you need, whatever the concept and you need to learn, you can get it in fraction of a second or a few minutes to complete a big project. So if this kind of situation you are facing, then what would you do in that world? Your boredom will be gone. I still remember that there was a time when I used to say, do nothing, think nothing. And that was the time when I used to transform myself. And after that period, when I used to come back, I used to work like anything. My entire thought process is to transform, but we are not allowing that time to go, the time for leisure, time for the. Why you are not doing it? Because your life has got a meaning. When your life gets a meaning, when you know that whatever was beyond your dream you can achieve immediately, very fast, rapidly, and you are continuously implementing those work and those tasks, and building new kind of products and new systems and transforming yourself, why would you sit idle? But you have to transform your brain circuit, and there will be a fight between the two. In one hand, you have the opportunity to become the smartest person on the planet on the topic in which you want to learn and transform yourself. At the same time, you will have the responsibility for your cognitive loads. And these two will fight with each other and determine the next phase of evolution of the human civilization. So I remember my father used to ask him, why are not you doing anything? I don't get energy to do anything. why he was not getting energy. So we did a lot of analysis, and then we came to know that there are many things he is interested in, but our society doesn't allow every person to pursue his own dream or own choices. You have to do study, you have to do the A, B, C, D, you have to get a job, support the family, and then make the cyclic structure of the family running. However, future generation kids will never say, I have nothing to do, because they will be overwhelmed with what they can do. They have to choose, and they will be in huge conflict. For us adults, we will not face this much, but the teens of the future will face this critical disease, and they will be diseased, and they will have several mental problems because of this cognitive conflict. And if the psychologists, psychiatrists, and other thinkers of the future society, they do not come up with certain rules and regulations so that their cognitive match, their biological evolution is synchronized with the AI engine use. If they're not synchronized, then there will be a problem. If AI is faster and they are very, very slow, their future is doomed. And if AI, they work with AI but not able to absorb that much, their future is doomed. So there is a Gaussian certain threshold time period architecture specific to every single kid, and that we have to follow. If we don't do it, we will destroy our future generation kids, because at one hand they will have enormous things. AI will give them everything that we thought even couldn't dream. At the same time, their biological structures will not allow, because mother's womb size is limited. So your head size cannot increase. Nature cannot do that, because you have to come out of the womb at the end of the day, whatever be your evolution is. So biological limit is a limit, is a permanent limit. Human has to disappear and new species will come, that's fine. But as long as you want to remain human, as long as humanity has to survive, there's a limit until which you can evolve. And that conflict, hardware and software, is going to be supreme, destroying the peace of mind, destroying the balance of mind, destroying every single systematic transformation of the biology triggered by knowledge. It will disappear.